Welcome to the TV and Movie Review Show, bringing you a review on the latest TV shows and movies. So let's jump into it. Hope you enjoy the show.
Hey everyone, welcome to my podcast. This is your host, Jazzy929. I want to welcome you all in. I want to let y'all know thank you so much for listening in. Today I'm going to be reviewing Queen Sugar. I am on season 4 and this is episode 10. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump into my review. I hope you all enjoy. In the beginning of this episode, we see that Nova is at Aunt Vi's shop, and she is asking Aunt Vi for her forgiveness. We see that Aunt Vi asked her if she was told not to write the book, would she actually listen to Aunt Vi and not do it? We see that Nova was unable to answer her at that time. We also see that Blue goes to an amusement park with Micah. Darla asks him to go ahead and take Micah out for the day. I mean, not Micah, I'm sorry, y'all. Blue. Darla then calls her mother, and her mother tells her that an old friend is in town, and her name is Jordan. And she was basically telling Darla that was a friend of hers from her past that she actually approved of. We see Charlie gets Nova a gift. We see that they meet up at Aunt Vi's restaurant, and Nova's birthday's coming up, but Charlie decides to give her a gift early for her birthday. Then we see Charlie invite Nova to go on a getaway trip. She wants to do this before she goes back to her campaign, and we see them go to a women's retreat, and they're bonding there while they're there. We see that Charlie actually tells her sister that she is doing better at this time. We see that she speaks about how on the way there to the retreat, they're driving to the retreat and they're having a little sister time, and they're talking. And Nova asked Charlie about the meal, and the insurance company won't pay the meal. Charlie reveals that, and she says that she has to find out who's behind this fire. She thinks that the Landrys is behind it. Also, the company they've been dealing with. We see that Blue and Micah go to the amusement park. We see that Blue has a conversation about Ralph Angel's new girlfriend with Micah, as far as he's talking to Micah about his dad's new girlfriend. And Blue was expressing his concerns about certain things, you know what I'm saying? And Micah basically tells him that sometimes parents basically move on and giving him details about, you know what I'm saying, how that actually works and his experience with that situation. But at the end of that conversation, he does tell Blue, if you ever need me, make sure you call me. Nova speaks on Ribby, you know what I'm saying, in a conversation that she has with her sister. And Nova says that she's sorry to Charlie for getting involved and not bringing it to her attention first, I guess. Charlie says she has never understood her sister. Then Nova explains that she jumps into things. She jumps into things, you know what I'm saying, without thinking about what others have to say, basically, because she doesn't want to accept no's. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't want to accept someone telling her no. Then we see Darla. Darla is with her old friend Jordan, and she reminds her of an incident that happened with them, and Jordan and her was at a party in Jamestown, I guess, and there was a boy named Tommy there, or Thomas, and I guess this was Thomas's party, and she mentions that Ralph Angel and Darla was off, you know what I'm saying, broke up, but basically taking a break during that time, and Tommy and Darla hooked up, I guess, and then she ended up having sex with a boy named Chase also, y'all. And she had sex with this boy in the bathroom, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And we see that after she hears this is news, she walks out and she's goes in a panic mode, actually, you know what I'm saying? And she sees a bar as she comes out, and when she sees this bar, she actually goes into the bar. And I love that music that was playing at that time, and she gets some drinks at the bar. At this bar, we could see Darla actually shooting them back, you know what I'm saying? She was most definitely drinking her butt off, taking on shots. She was taking them back. Then we see Blue, and he has to go to the bathroom. Him and Micah is at the theme park, and he has to go to the restroom. He goes to the men's restroom, but the line is too long and he can't wait, so he goes to the women's bathroom. During this time, Micah looks back and he doesn't see Blue. So Micah starts to panic and he goes looking for Blue. We see that Blue comes out the restroom and he tells the police officer that he finds, because he's looking for Micah, that he cannot find his cousin. So the police officer puts him in the back of the car. We see that Micah actually does find Blue, and that he goes to the car trying to get Blue out, but the police officer stops him and asks him for his ID. Micah does not want to give up his ID or his information as far as who he is. And the police officer goes and touches his gun on his waistline. I'm pretty sure this was a trigger for past situations that has happened to Micah, which wasn't good. This whole situation right here wasn't good, but it did have a good outcome, and we got Blue out the car because the police officer asked Blue if he knew him, and he said, yeah, that's my cousin. But my opinion about that whole situation is I think that it would have went smoother if Micah would have showed his ID. It only makes sense. Anybody would have thought like that, like, okay, this police officer needs to make sure that I am, his cousin or whatnot, who he's going with, who he's being released to. And then something else that got me during that time was, why did he not keep his eye on that boy? You don't let any kid, I don't care to answer the phone or whatever it may be. You do not leave your kid, especially in the theme park. I guess I am very, very, very protective of my kids. You know what I'm saying? In a theme park, you cannot loosen your hand from mine as far as with my kids. And for him to go ahead and let that little boy get in line by himself and then turn his back, that was unacceptable. But we see that Aunt Fi was at the shop and she needed help with the watch she had, tracking her steps. And the boy that trashed the restaurant is there with her, and he actually helps her get her watch together. We see Micah, we're past that, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking over my notes, y'all. Sorry. We see Aunt Vi find Darla in a park, and she is drunk, you know what I'm saying? And she is asking about where Blue is, you know what I'm saying? She's trying to go to, she said she came to the park to see where Blue was, basically, you know what I'm saying? Aunt Vi tells her, look, they're not at this park, they're at another park, you know what I'm saying? Come with me, Darla, you know what I'm saying? And Aunt Vi takes her with her. We see the three guys talking about the relationships. We see Prosper, we see Ralph Angel, we see Hollywood, and they're all talking about the relationships, how everything's going good in the relationships. Prosper actually is talking to Ralph Angel about how good, you know what I'm saying, it looks like his relationship's going with his newfound friend. And Ralph Angel, basically tells him, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, things are going good, I'm about to take the next step with her, and asked her, basically, let's put a title on it, So then we see Nova and Charlie, they're staying in a room together. They speak on a party in 99, and she talked about a trip that she made that Nova does. And actually, her and Charlie are talking about a trip that Nova made to Charlie's house, and it was in 99, and Nova said that when she was there with her sister, they went to this party. While they was there, Charlie had mentioned to someone that Nova was her half-sister, and that bothered Charlie, which is totally understandable. Then we see that Charlie doesn't remember the whole situation. She tells her sister, like, I don't remember this, Nova. And then Nova puts her... Charlie basically tells Nova, like, the whole time you was visiting me, you was putting me down, you know what I'm saying? But Nova actually tells her, like, look, the whole time I was there, you was taking me places that you knew that was above my means. You know what I'm saying? So Charlie was basically telling her, like, look, that wasn't the case. I was just taking you to go ahead and treat you, you know what I'm saying, to certain things. So I think between the two of them, they just had a misunderstanding. Especially they could have been young, so Lord knows. You know what I'm saying? Nova said she smelled, sorry, y'all. Nova said she felt small around her sister. Charlie said that they didn't know each other too well. Even at that moment, they didn't know each other too well. We see Darla tells Aunt Vi she cannot tell her about what happened to her in the past. Aunt Vi tells her that she can't let the past destroy her. Darla said she didn't know what she was doing during the party. And Vi tells her if she could not consent to it, basically she was taken advantage of. And she told her basically it wasn't her fault. Lord Jesus. It wasn't her fault. And that she had a situation happen to her in the past with her husband. And her husband forced himself on her. And she was so young, she said that she stopped saying no. You know what I'm saying? She said that she thought something was wrong with her. She said that she basically could relate with what Darla was going through, and she wanted Darla to know it wasn't her fault. Blue tells his father, we see that everything... Sorry, y'all. We see that Blue meets up with the father, with Micah, and Ralph Angel, he basically tells Ralph Angel everything about what happened at the park. Micah says that he was trying, sorry everyone. Micah said that he was basically tired of being judged, and Prosper tells him to keep doing good things, because things like this will happen, but you just have to stick on the good side of the situation. We see that Ralph Angel gets a call from Aunt Vi, and Aunt Vi tells him to come to her house alone, and basically that the situation was about Darla. We see Ralph Angel makes it over there, and Darla tells Ralph Angel about the night she had made Blue, which is the night of the party and she slept with Chase. We see that Ralph Angel is hurt by hearing this, and she tells him that she does not remember what happened, or she didn't remember until, you know what I'm saying, her friend Jordan told her about that night. He tells her she doesn't have to be sorry about the situation because she did apologize, and he said they will be working on this whole situation, they'll work it out, and he basically tells her don't give up, and she has him with her, which is a good thing for the fight. That, excuse me, everyone. That she'll the fight that she has ahead. You know what I'm saying, to get over this whole situation. He says and looks at Darla and says that he'll look out for her. She doesn't basically have to worry, and she thanks him. And then we see that Ralph Angel leaves in the morning, because that happened in the morning. Ralph Angel stayed the night to make sure she was okay, and she actually said she wanted to go to work that morning, but Ralph Angel told her, like, look, you know what I'm saying, I'm not going to have you go to work today, maybe later, you know what I'm saying, just get you a little bit of more sleep. And we see Ralph Angel's off to work too. That was basically all the episode in this right now. This was basically the whole episode. So I'm done with the review. I hope y'all enjoyed it. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close the episode. Thank you all for listening again.
Find Talking Out Loud with Jazzy 929 at Spreaker, Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Google Podcast, Castbox, Deezer, Soundcloud, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Find merch at Redbubble. Hi, Royal.